Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Wednesday workout. It's Des here. Who's up for some midweek motivation? Who's really attacking that challenge, getting those steps in, or just getting out and getting active? That's what Wednesday's all about. Just a little extra encouragement to make the most of the day. Do you know, midweek when things are starting to climb up on top of us, when our busy lives are surrounding us and everything at work and at home is consuming what we do. You know, what I look to do is encourage you guys to take some time for yourself, to get out there, make the absolute most of the day, you know, and get in some physical activity and reap all those benefits. It's so important. There's lots going on around us right now. There's so much to worry us and stress us, you know. But hopefully through the Do Running Wednesday workout challenge that's ongoing, you know, we ask the guys to do 10,000 steps every day throughout Lent. So that's 40 days, of course, which means 400,000 steps, which is a pretty epic achievement, pretty big ask, to be honest. But if you manage to do it, you know, you'll get the benefits of being outside, you know, being active, you know, not going stale, flat, you know. It'll improve your mood and all the things we talk about day in, day out. But what I really want to talk about today is something I mention every week, but I want to go a little bit more in depth. You know, I always say on a Wednesday, it's about sort of not letting things get on top of us and using some time for ourselves when we've perhaps ignored our own well-being and health and all those things that we tend to do. We, as human beings, we tend to put other people first. But it's important to take a bit of time for yourself, and I've needed that this week as much as I ever have. Well, not as ever have, but as much as I have for a while. Do you know, the things I've spoke about on Monday and Tuesday, do you know, my friend who took his own life and then almost encountering a similar situation, check back on those videos if you've not seen them. Whilst they were pretty tough things to talk about, you know, I felt I was positive, and you know, there was a message in there of how we can use it to be absolutely on a game and sort of how we can use it to deal with things going forward, you know. But it was a tough one for me. It was tough to do, tough to speak about, and it's just caught up with me a little bit, you know. I won't lie to you, just feeling a little bit flat. So it's really important for me today to get out, start working towards my steps challenge, start trying to get those 10,000 in. Once those are complete, I'll feel a lot better, you know. I'll feel like I've achieved something for the day, can tick them off, you know, and then at least I've done something positive. And that's what it's all about, you know, because it would be so easy for me to mull over things, sit back, you know, and forget about what I'm doing because I don't feel like it, you know. And there's no harm in that. Sometimes when we really need a break, that's what we have to do. But I know for me, getting out and being active really does the trick. It really gets me focused, you know, and gets me back quicker to the things I want to do, to the things I enjoy doing, and really pushing forward with my own personal goals and targets. You know, I've got a lot to do. I'm particularly busy. I'm always busy, so that goes without saying. But it will be so easy on days like this just to kind of forget about everything, get a bit fed up with it and leave it behind me for the time being. But that doesn't help anything, does it? It's so important just to keep pressing on, you know, almost work yourself through it. And that's what I'm trying to do today. But I'm also taking that bit of time for myself. You know, I've come down by the river, it's quiet, it's a bit chilly today, but it just means there's not so many about. And whilst I absolutely love seeing it vibrant and full, some complain these days about that, don't they? But whilst I love seeing that, you know, just when I need it, it's just a little bit more serene, a little bit quiet, you know, and just gives me a bit of a headspace to really think about what I'm doing, to put that stuff behind me, you know, as important as it is to talk about, you know, and get off my chest and use in a positive manner. You know, I did say yesterday, I don't want DOdaily, I don't want to be consumed by all this myself. You know, I don't want it to take over. It's important to use it when it's necessary, you know. And remember the people, remember the inspirations. That was the big message on Monday, wasn't it, about being inspired by those, well, letting yourself be inspired by people, you know. And some of the people who sadly are no longer with us do that for me. But like I say, it's not about letting that take over, you know. It's using all the positives, remembering all the good things, you know, that came out of it. And this is definitely one of them. Doing activity, you know, creating challenges, and different things, you know, to keep us occupied, to keep us busy, to keep pressing on. But like I say, to take that time for ourselves, to be mindful of where we are in our own short journey, you know, through this difficult period in time, and just for our own sort of period in time anyway. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Just evaluating sometimes to see where we're at, just checking in. And that's basically what I'm doing today, is just checking in, letting you know how I feel, thinking about it, taking this time to think quite deep about how I move forward, you know, start putting some plans into place. I do so much planning when I'm out walking, it's unreal, you know. I come back and I've got a list to do. I find this determination. I think it's because, like I spoke about last week, our cortisone levels drop, and it's proven that when cortisone drops that we de-stress. So getting out for a walk, and with it being fresh and quiet, you know, it's definitely good for bringing that stress level down. Whilst I'm not feeling particularly stressed, you know, like I say, it has it's played with my emotions a little bit. It's got to me that little bit more than I thought possibly, you know. So I need to do all the things I do. Like I say, yesterday got out, did all that activity. So many of the guys did too, you know. The solidarity session was brilliant. People enjoyed that, doing the activity, enjoying getting involved, you know. And that's what it's all about, getting involved in a team effort, you know, and really pushing forward. When we can do stuff like that, it puts a smile on the face. I purposely threw myself in both feet, did so much activity yesterday, as much as I've done for a while. Probably did 40,000 steps, covering 20 miles. So really pleased with that, you know. That's a definite positive to take. But I did it purposely because I knew by throwing myself in big, you know, it would help me more than just doing a token effort, you know, or not doing it at all. And it's important to remember. That really never crosses my mind, but I appreciate some might just not do anything at all, you know. And if that's the case, just an effort, you know, a walk around the block, you know, a short run, get on the bike, you know, run an errand, absolutely anything. It makes the world a difference. And that's what Wednesdays are all about, guys. It's just checking in, thinking about where you are, using what we've got on offer here, you know. But more than anything, getting a bit of a workout, you know, whatever it is. Use these steps, you know, because they're absolutely fantastic for making you realize what you do and don't do some days. You know, it's great to achieve the 10,000, and it can be quite easy if you're busy, but like I said last week on the video, it can be easy not to. It can be really easy not to achieve it, just by sort of feeling sorry for yourself, not feeling fantastic, and thinking that you can do it tomorrow. But what this challenge does in particular, it makes you accountable. You know, we're recording it, we're keeping stats on how everybody's doing, so everybody feels that little bit of accountability. And when you feel that, you know, you feel like you've got to get out there, and that's not a bad thing. Whilst nobody's making anybody do anything, you know, work into those numbers, you know, it's not a bad thing. You just get out there and do it, you know, and before you know it, it becomes habit. You do it without thinking, and you're smashing it every day. What I'm trying to achieve by getting people to do 10,000 steps throughout Lent almost is just help them create a good habit. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to keep making sure I get these steps in going forward, because I know how important it is, and it's definitely important for me today, to try and put things behind me, to try and move forward, not put them behind me, but you know what I mean, sort of be positive again. This is what I spoke about yesterday, and whilst I feel I can be really positive in my encouragement and doing what I have to do, I need to just let those lingering feelings just ease up a little bit so I can go full steam ahead again, and I can assure you I'll definitely be doing that. Gonna finish my walk, do what I have to do, get the video uploaded, and I'll feel so much better for it. Hopefully you've understood what I'm trying to say, guys. I really wanted to expand on that message of using it to look out for yourself, especially when we're having a busy week, or a week when lots is going on around us, and that's definitely the case for me. But by doing DOdaily, it gives me the focus to talk about it, to get it off my chest, and to think about how I can make it better. And by communicating in this way, whilst it's not perfect, sometimes it'd be great just to sit down with friends and have some of that one-on-one. What we are doing is trying to stay connected in other ways, and this is definitely one of them. So keep at it, guys. I mentioned my numbers there. Don't want no credit for that. It was purposely for taking things off my mind, but others are doing very similar things, achieving great numbers, achieving great targets. I think between us we've done 4.5 million steps in 14 days, which is absolutely staggering. It's unbelievable amount of effort, and it just goes to show that when you put your mind to it, you can achieve absolutely anything. So thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the videos, please check back on the last few, yesterday and the day before, and I really enjoyed doing last week. Some really good messages in there, so if you can check back on those, please like, share, subscribe, do all the usual things to try and help me build this channel, and help me sort of reach even more people, to encourage them as well. And that's all I want to do, is make people aware that it's okay sometimes not to be okay, but as long as you're doing things to try and combat it, to try and get on top of it, then we're all working in the same direction, aren't we? And if we can build a community that's full of that kind of support and encouragement, then that's absolutely fantastic. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow for Thursday Thoughts. Really enjoy that session. Looking forward to it. Check out last Thursday's for the throwback question. I'd love some responses to that. I won't say what it is. Go back and check it out. And also, any questions you've got about absolutely anything. Even what I've been speaking about this week. There's been for the first time really on DOdaily, with suicide has come into the conversation. And like I always say, I'm not scared to talk about anything. One of the things I've learned by being in a bad place is by talking, it definitely improves it. So if you've got any questions around that, any questions around activity, events, the end of lockdown, coronavirus, what the weather's like, I don't know. You'd only have to take it up for yourself, but you know what I mean. Absolutely anything, more than happy to give it a go. Nothing scientific, nothing technical, just give it my best shot in terms of the way I experience things, the way I feel things, just because I try to be honest and relatable, and hopefully someone can tap into that and get something from it. So I'll be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Please join me, and we'll see what we've got to go at. After that, it's wake up to walk on Friday. Really looking forward to seeing this week out, almost putting it behind me, but as I always say, I'm not wishing away time. So for today, make the absolute most of getting out there, getting in your steps. It is Wednesday workout after all, so let's get as many as we can and keep building. If you're not part of the challenge, just get out for a walk. It will make a difference. It will definitely make a positive difference, whether it's huge or just a little bit. It's never going to make it worse. So until Thursday Thoughts, guys, just doing it.